This one's for you guys in the pit then. Let's go.
To the cold of the static, put my cold feet on the floor, forgot all about yesterday. Remembering, I'm pretending to be where I'm not anymore. A little taste of hypocrisy, and I'm left in the wake of the mistake. Slow to react, even though you're so close to me. You're still so distant, and I can't bring you back. Each trail, the way I feel was promised by your verse. The sound of your voice beating on my memories. Even if you're not with me, I'm with you. Now I see, keeping everything inside. With you. Now I see, even when I close my eyes, I hit you when you hit me back, and we fell to the floor. The rest of the day stand still, fine line between this and that. But when things go wrong, I pretend the past isn't real. I'm trapped in this memory, and I'm left in the wake of the mistake. Slow to react, even though you're so close to me. You're still so distant, and I can't bring you back. Each trail, the way I feel was promised by your verse. The sound of your voice beating on my memories. Even if you're not with me, I'm with you. Now I see, keeping everything inside. With you. Now I see, even when I close my eyes. With you. Now I see, keeping everything inside. With you. Now I see, even when I close my eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hahn. No matter how far we've come, I can't wait to see tomorrow. No matter how far we've come, I can't wait to see tomorrow. Now I see, keeping everything inside. With you. Now I see, even when I close my eyes. With you. Now I see, keeping everything inside. With you. Now I see, even when I close my eyes.
As several have pointed out on social media, Vicky Cornell wasn't the only widow to move on quickly or to indulge in adultery. In January 2020, Talinda Bennington remarried a Los Angeles County firefighter, Michael Friedman. The widow announced their engagement in September 2019. I am overjoyed to announce my engagement to my angel on earth, Michael F. I am here to tell you that you can find love after tragedy, that the death of a soulmate does not mean the death of you. My family, friends, and my Linkin Park brothers welcome him to the family with open arms. I will continue to honor Chester and continue my life's mission to make his passing not in vain, quote unquote. Remarried after only 2 years, that's a quick bounce, don't you think? Fans initially thought Talinda got married on her wedding anniversary with Chester on January 1st, but the former Playboy model says she wed her new husband on January 4th instead of New Year's Eve, which would have been her 13th wedding anniversary with the musician. With joy and love, I want to set something straight. On January 4th, I wed a wonderful man, a great friend and son this weekend. We celebrated with all of our family and friends on the beautiful island of Oahu. The day we chose was a day of meaning in many different ways. My anniversary with Chester wasn't my new wedding date. January 1st will always be the day I married Chester. I would never paint over that day with anything else. To the tabloids who ran a false story, inciting misguided anger and pain, I ask you, for what? To make money? Talinda and Michael would divorce a year later, and the tweet in question has been deleted. But how did Chester Bennington meet Talinda in the first place?
At this point in my life, I always assume people talk to me because I'm in Linkin Park. I don't, and beforehand, before I was famous, I never really was, it wasn't like, I wasn't ever thinking about that kind of stuff. Like, I never really thought about what people thought of me, because I didn't really think anybody was thinking of me. I was just in a band, like, playing with my friends, and when I wasn't doing that, I was, like, skateboarding to Burger King and, like, working there and making hamburgers. Or, those are the kinds of things that I was thinking about. So no one really was thinking about what was going on there before I was famous, and I don't really think anybody was thinking too much about me outside of being in Linkin Park since.
And now with your wife, how did you two meet?
We met through a mutual friend, actually.
Oh, so that's good.
Yeah.
Like normal circumstances, right? Like
absolutely normal circumstances.
Yeah, no, that's what's good. It's like you end up, I think, maybe
I met my wife in the most, actually the most completely non-normal circumstances. And we were actually forced to hang out together because of a blizzard.
That's kind of
rad.
rad.
We were trapped in
that blizzard. It was a blizzard of cocaine too. That's what everybody doesn't know.
It was a blizzard of
Chester
Oz.
was pancaking people, just antiquing them with yayo, and you're not going anywhere.
It was just me naked. Yeah.
Did you just make that up? That's amazing.
No, it's not, when you like powder someone's face, antique them.
I love your version of my life. It's awesome. I have so much more fun when I'm living his version of my life.
This was very romantic, though, brought together by a blizzard.
We were brought together by a blizzard, and we ended up hanging out, and I knew right away like that she was the most beautiful woman in the whole world.
In the entertainment industry, a celebrity handler is usually associated with job descriptions such as personal assistants, personal trainers, managers, producers, bodyguards, friends, and even family, such as significant others. On paper, these employees are supposed to stick to their job descriptions, but often in Hollywood, they handle the stars themselves. This means they have to take control of an out-of-control situation in order to preserve the interests of the record labels, production companies, intelligence agencies, and the secret societies within. Some evident cases include Britney Spears, Kanye West, and Dave Chappelle.
So what happened to Dave Chappelle? He's here today to talk about it in his first television interview. Please welcome Dave Chappelle. Fun. I'm glad you're here. Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances that were coming with the newfound plateau.
Yeah.
It takes a while when you punch through to adjust to the atmosphere. It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay.
When
you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through, and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time in their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No.
No.
Not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I felt like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress because, when you're a guy that generates money,
Yeah.
people have a vested interest in controlling it.
Yeah.